Alright, YouTube, do a quick video. I was been trying to film this like 3 times, but my dogs were like tearing up the fence and stuff and having to yell at them the whole time. But first I guess I'll start here. So I'm here. I bought this off Craigslist. It's 80-gallon compressor. I need a wire in the plug. It's a control panel. It's got some air chucks in it. Here's the switch box and everything. I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm going to pull this off and then plumb it with a T, or just go down from here, from there. But I want to go out here, and I don't know if I want to go, let's go back over here, go to the wall, and either go up and in through the top, or through here and then up from the inside right here. I don't know where it'll come in. Probably like, actually probably right where that putty is. So I could always go in through there so it's protected, and then put my filters and stuff right here. I'll show you the filter that I got right now, but I'm going to put a couple right here for starters. I'm going to use galvanized pipe, and I'll go up and then tee it and then plug it though, so then eventually when I go around and then out there in the corner, and then do the same thing when I come around through there and then down there, so then I have air. And maybe I'll even like put a T in up top, you know, back over there, and then put another air chuck right there. I'm gonna push this Volvo out where the truck is parked over there, so I can work on it when it starts getting better weather, and then I have all the space to keep cleaning and fix. I need to move all this stuff because it leaks. Need to figure that out, but it's almost summertime, so I don't have to worry about it too much. So that was good. Got that thing cheap. Then I got this Dana 60 and that Dana 44, which I think are going to go under my pickup eventually. I thought about taking that Dana 44 and pairing it with that 44, just changing the gears of this front to that one. This one, these two have 411s, same as that one. And that one's 392, as far as I know. And then, but then I'd have to change the ends. So I figured, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to try and look for another Dana 44 out of whatever kind of pickup that thing is. And it's not high pinion, that's the drain up underneath. I'm still looking. I shouldn't have passed up a deal. I thought the guy was going to hang on to it a little bit longer, so he had a front Dana 60 that just needed the lockouts for 300 bucks. I should have jumped on it, and I didn't. But he does have one for 650, so I think I got a hold of him. He said he did have it, but that was a while ago. And I got so much going on right now. I used that ramp from Harbor Freight to get this thing out of the bed of the pickup, and unfolded it. Just barely fit, you know, this edge on either yeah, this edge on either side of this, and I had to use my come along, and it was a struggle. So let's go back out front though, show you what I really have going on. What this video is mainly supposed to be showing, but this thing, putting the top on it. These are angle steel here, all the way down. I'll weld to fill it all in all the way down. I'm going to put a piece along here, but another piece right along this edge where my pinky is, so that it stays on the box nicer, just like this piece is here. There's another piece. I'm gonna cut holes along on this side and slots for clamps. It's pretty stable. Welding this piece looks like crap here because there was a big gap and I had to fill it in. But I'll slide it, I'll clean it up on the other side and slide it up against the box. And then got a hole here cut out for the lock. I'll probably open it up a little more just because, make it look nicer. I thought about mounting this vise on there, but I think it'll get in the way of anything else big that I try to do. Like if I try to weld on this big piece of channel that I got, like making a winch bumper or a rear bumper or something, might get in the way. It's my smaller air compressor. Thought about mounting this up on there too, but I don't know. So we'll see. Then here, I got a smoker off Craigslist for a good deal. I'm super happy. Been wanting one for a while. Cheap, so I'm happy. Should work good. My extra pieces of metal, which I think it's kind of not. I don't know, if your feet were wet, it wouldn't be too good to stand on, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe when it's flat, it'll be better. But anyway, I have these off of the 44s. I think they're like 10 inch. That's like 11 half boot or so. Thinking about making stands out of these for that vise and the grinder. Just don't know how stable it'll be. We'll see, because I want to move it around, but I want it to be strong. What else? I think that's it. But this thing will be nice to weld on. I'll still use that cart, I think. But I'm thinking about taking the back wheels off and putting some wheels on the side right here, like put an axle underneath and then attaching it to the wheels so that it's more stable, because like it wants to fall over all the time because it's top heavy, because the wheels are tucked up underneath with that on there. I know the original plan had been to make this hang over and put the welder under there, but I don't think I'm going to do that. There's a guy, actually I thought about taking those disc rotors and that drum brake and making like a plasma cutting table out of it, because I don't know, I saw one either for sale or on Pinterest, but I don't know what happened. Can never find it again. Pictures of it. I know a lot of guys like to use the big Super Duty type or tractor like drums and discs for making stands with vices and stuff, but let's go in here real quick. There's a mess in here. Okay, I got that. I'll probably build another bumper, put it on that one of them hitch receiver winch mounts. I don't know if oh, excuse me, showed this thing off, this plasma cutter. I got it for a good deal on eBay. It's brand new. Came with all those consumables, so like it was like $100 off like normal cost, and then it came with that stuff, so I got it for a heck of a deal. I want to get that big compressor like plumbed in, but I can run this off of that small compressor and maybe do like a small cut, you know, at a time. But we'll see. I could even just run a line from the big compressor into the garage, because I want to, like I said, I want to move that Volvo out and work in there doing all this stuff. Still got those sitting there. Got the other ones sitting over off to the side, getting ready to be put in my pickup. Got the fans over there on top that I need to put in that pickup. I need to cut the ends off and rewire, you know, with some spade connectors into the Jeep, and then hook one of them up to a switch for the white Jeep. New stereo. Crud, I think that's about it though. Yeah, because the front, oh, let's go back out front. I wanted to talk about an issue that I was having with the pickup, and I'm having it with the Gold Jeep too. Having like death wobble or wheel hop or whatever you want to call it. Kind of a combination of both, I guess. I've had both. To where the front end of this thing was hopping, and it seemed like it was on this side, on the driver's side, maybe the passenger. I haven't had it happen in a while. I drove all the way over to Medford, Oregon, with this thing, picked up that compressor. But couple of things. First, I was up under the front here doing something, I don't remember, but I looked over, and that bolt right there on the lower control arm, the nut was backed off all the way to the end, and all the road grime and stuff was holding it on. So I don't remember ever tightening that. I thought I did. Hasn't come loose yet, I don't think. That's for the vacuum disconnect, but I have that cable in there now. But so it would wiggle, and then I had issues to where then I was back here changing shocks, and then the bolts, those are bolts, those aren't regular bolts, those aren't U-bolts holding the I don't know if you can see the heads of them back up in there. Those four were all loose, and so I think it was causing the axle to move around. And then there's a couple on this side that I had to tighten up, and it tooled down the road just nice as can be. Just noticed that the vent hose right there is not hooked up, which I need to fix. But one of those other axles is going underneath this thing, so it's not going to matter. I want to get rid of that one though, Dana 35. So I'll probably put it up for free or something. My exhaust back up in there. That's what I was doing. No, I don't think I was doing it. Oh, maybe I bought a tip for that I need to weld on so that it kind of aims down a little bit better. But it's really quiet inside, aside from like other road noises, because there's no headline or anything in it. So I'm running into that same issues with the death hop and stuff in this one. So I need to probably get under there. And I've tightened these before, actually. Like, I've tightened them, and like while I was doing it though, some girl was walking around like selling cleaner stuff, which I didn't need, talking about underprivileged kids, which I'm all for helping kids out, but there's a lot, I don't know, but I wasn't interested in buying their product or whatever they had. So I need to figure out what's going on with this. Maybe those are loose. Looks like it's... Huh. Well... No, that's nut still there. I don't see it moving. Kind of looks like it might be... maybe right there. You see that little spot behind that U-bolt? Maybe it's loose right there. As a matter of fact, I bet it is. It kind of looks loose, so I'll have to tighten that up. Get rid of this thing too. As soon as I get my Dana 60s under this one's going to be my little rock crawler one. I need to put full-on frame stiffeners underneath it for sure. I don't know what else to talk about. I think that's it. Still thinking about what I'm going to do with that toolbox. I'm going to leave it up in here. Step back. Looks good, you know, with it in there, but I want to put a roll bar so I can put some of them kind of lights on there. I don't know if I showed this off either. New tires, but haven't even got to test this out. This or the 4-wheel drive. So it's a pretty nice Goliath off-road bumper. Good deal. All the paint's flaking off, which is fine because this thing will probably get beat up anyway. It's the way the holes were, and the way it's designed, it's like tucked back up in there, and it might be okay with the other winches, but this, you know, it works, but it's like pretty tight right there, you know, but I think it'll work. Good deal on it. So this is their new design too. It's a wound motor, not magnets or permanent magnet or whatever it is. So there we go. Oh, there's the filter. I got it for a good price, you know, $25.98 instead of $32.99 because it's open box, so that should work out just nice. Got some other stuff here I'll show you. First, okay. This is a magnet from Harbor Freight. So there's a guy on YouTube. They took one of these. He took a bolt, you know, washer, nut through here. And he took another like nut and some all thread, and he welded the nut to the top of the bolt, put a locking nut. This is one of those tension or whatever bolts, so if it gets hot it won't melt nylon, and that'll be on, dang it, I'm sorry, I'm not moving my camera where I'm pointing to. Anyway, this is a torsion bolt or tension bolt. Yeah, tension bolt, there it says. So he, you know, put the bolt through. We welded one of these onto the head of this, so this all thread could thread through. And then he, you know, bolted it and had a washer and just tightened it enough to where it would, this all thread will spin, you know, on that, out of that hole, and he could adjust it in and out. And here on the end he had a little round piece for the end of his plasma cutter, and it was a hole cutter. So I'm going to copy that kind of design for mine, the one I'm going to build. That's where I got these from, you know, why I got these. I have two more somewhere, probably in all my mess, but I've got this one here, so I'll use it. And you can adjust it. This will go out to, I don't know, probably 12 inches. I mean, it's 12 inches long, but I'm going to put a lock nut on the end so that it won't pass all the way through. And I thought about putting another nut on it to kind of help lock it, but I think it'll be alright. So, there's that. I'm going to start cleaning up. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. This thing will come in handy. There's another guy I'm thinking if I don't use those pieces or those disc rotors and that drum for anything. I mean, I could use that drum for a forge, I guess. And there's some stuff on YouTube. Excuse me, dang, I got the burps. For that. Making a forge out of them. Or there's another guy that has a plasma cutter table that he built with that you can turn the slats over or replace them or whatever, because they'll slide out, which I like the design of, which I will probably copy. Well, I don't know, I'll have to like make a video or something, or like link his video. We'll have to see. I got a torch here. Oops. Propane torch. Here's my other helmet. I'm going to use for heating. I got a big old propane tank. Instead of the little bottles that you use, I have an adapter for the bottle, like bottle adapter, to a big like 20-pound or whatever it is, 10-pound, 20-gallon, I don't know, propane canister that I'm going to use to heat and bend that piece of channel. Hopefully it gets hot enough. Yeah, that's it. You know, stay tuned if you want to, you know, hang around, you know, share, like, share, and subscribe or whatever. Always got crazy stuff I'm trying to do. I know I'm not really good at doing the how-to videos, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you are smart enough anyway to figure out, you know, where I'm at and what to do. So yeah, as soon as I get this thing out, I'll have tons of room in here to play, you know, welding and do all my stuff. But I'll put it out there by where that truck is, work on it. Need to get my rear back patio and awning done, and then work on doing this front driveway. I think I already talked about it, going from, you know, alongside the mailbox, maybe a foot away from that meter, water meter, and then here, and then all the way to the end. Maybe have them put where the fence line is like a drain, like one of those lower, you know, like the dip type drain, so that it goes all the way out to the street, and then go up alongside the house over there. But anyway, so y'all take care now. Stay tuned for what I got going on.